Hi, my name is James.
I'm Les.
And welcome to Toxic Male NASCAR. Today we're going to be making our picks for the Daytona 500. Every week, if this is your first video you're watching of us, every week we make 5 picks on who we think is going to do the best in the Daytona 500. I mean, in every race, sorry, not just Daytona 500. And of those, we can take 3 drivers that made the chase last year, 1 driver who did not make the chase last year, and 1 driver who is in his first 3 years of NASCAR experience. After we make our picks, the race goes and happens, and then we add up how many points each driver got for where they finished. Whoever has the most points of a cumulative of their 5 drivers wins that week. And whoever wins the most weeks at the end of the year wins. And usually what we have is whoever wins has to pay for something NASCAR related at the end of the year. We usually decide on it as the year goes on because our lives are so hard to predict. So, with that being said, Dad, since he won 2 of the first 3 preliminary races, he gets the first pick. Who are you taking with your first pick there, Dad?
You know something? I watched a guy who never won a single race last year up on the wheel with a brand new crew chief. A guy that took somebody out, got the win in the first race. It's debatable whether or not it was intentional, whether it wasn't. It doesn't really matter. A win's a win is a win. And then the same guy actually, lost it a little tiny bit, held on, caused a spin on Kyle Busch, pulled off an 8th place finish, gets a reasonable starting spot. I'm going to take Jimmy Johnson. I think the guy's back.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, he's starting 17th in this race. I
in a Chevy, I think he's back.
I think that's not a bad pick. My only concern is that the Hendrick cars didn't look that good in the pack.
No, they did not.
And that's my only concern, and that's why I have some concerns with that. So with my first pick, I'm taking winner of duel number 2, Joey Logano. I think them Penske cars are looking pretty good. And I think, Paul Menard in my boat is kind of a Penske car because of the teamwork that they have there. And I don't know. I just think Joe Logano is pretty fast. He showed in the Duel 1 that he's willing to take risks. Yeah, Joe Logano's my pick. Who's your pick there, Daddy-O?
My second pick, I'm taking the man that actually pushed Joey Logano to the win. Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney.
That kid can wheel a car, and he's got a good record at Daytona. And when you watched him yesterday, he was kind of stayed out of trouble and stuff, and teamed up with Joey Logano, and the two of them,
So Joey,
I expect to see the 2 of those guys. If I would have taken Joey if I had had an opportunity with my next pick, but you took him already, so I'm taking Dave Blaney.
Ryan Blaney.
Ryan
Blaney is starting 14th. And sorry, Joey Logano starting 4th. I don't know if I said that.
That's fine.
My second pick, I'm taking Alex Bowman. He's starting on the front row. I expect him to lead a lot of laps, get some points. And I think the Hendrick cars are mighty fast, and I really like Alex Bowman at Daytona. I think he's one of them good drivers.
Do you think he's going to cash in some stage points?
That's what I'm thinking. I think he's going to get a few stage points, and that's what I think. That's why I'm taking him. So I'm taking Alex Bowman. He's starting 2nd. Who's your pick there, Daddy-O?
I got a choice between 2 guys that both drive for Stuart Haas, and I'm kind of torn between whether or not I should take a guy I really like. I think is going to be an absolute awesome person when he gets to the booth. But
shit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Or somebody that I think maybe is going to be... so the question is do I go with somebody I like, or do I go with somebody I think is going to win? But you know something? You guys all know I'm thinking about Kevin Harvick, right?
Yeah,
but anyway,
understand.
I'm going to take Clint Boyer. I like Clint Boyer. He's, just because I like him. Yeah, and he's starting 6th, I think. Yeah, 6th.
Yeah.
Harvick starts 4th.
Yeah, so. Harvick starting 3rd. Harvick starting 3rd because he won Duel 1.
Oh, he's going to the back right off the bat.
Why would you say that?
That inside line goes to the back.
Oh, well, yeah.
He'd be lucky if he comes out of the second corner out of the second lap in top 10.
Yeah. So my final pick of the guys that made the chase last year, I'm taking Denny Hamlin. I think Denny Hamlin showed some good things in that duel there. I'm not really that high on Denny Hamlin, and if you watched our top 25 predictions, I don't think he's going to finish that well in the season, but I think that he has to come out here in Daytona, and he's got to show something. So, and I think he's looking good so far. So I'm taking Denny Hamlin with my third pick. It's kind of funny because I ranked who I was going to take 1 through 6, and I took the person I ranked first. With my first pick, I took the guy who I ranked second with my second pick, and I took the guy who I had ranked third with the third pick. You didn't take any of my guys I had ranked.
Really?
Not a single one of them.
I would have thought you wanted to scoop up Jimmy Johnson with one of your top 3.
No, you didn't take any of my guys. I had none of the guys that you took in my top 6.
I mean, you had 2 of the guys that I wanted, so.
Maybe that means something, but
hard to say.
We're not good at picking.
Okay, so for my also ran.
Yeah, you get the first pick on that as well.
So what we're doing with an also ran is if you didn't make the chase last year, then you are technically an also ran. So I'm going to take the person that finished 17th last year.
Yep.
And didn't make the chase, Ryan Newman.
Wow.
He's driving a Ford this year. I think you're going to see better things from Ryan Newman this year.
Yeah, Ryan Newman starting 19th. He's driving the 6th. This will be his first race with Roush Fenway Racing. I understand that pick. I would not have taken him. With my pick, I'm taking Paul Menard. I think that's a no-brainer. I honestly can't believe you left him for me. I thought I was going to have to take Stenhouse, but...
Did Menard not make the chase last year?
Menard did not make the chase last year.
Wow.
No, he did not. And I thought I was going to have to take Ricky Stenhouse because...
You thought I'd take Menard.
Yes, I thought he was no-brainer. He's done real good in these past couple races, and I expect him to do good in the Daytona 500.
You know, I've sort of supported Newman for the last few years because I always think, you know, somehow his sophomore year, like the guy's a better driver than he. I don't know. I think Newman's a better driver than his results have been in the last few years.
I do like Newman. I think he's a real good guy. I like the way he drives. He's a really class act kind of driver.
Hardest man to pass in NASCAR.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's also not your common NASCAR driver. He's a pretty big guy, and he's also got quite a brain up in his head. So it's not really common that you have that in NASCAR drivers.
Okay, so now on the Young Guns, explain to the viewers what a Young Gun is.
So with the Young Guns, we're allowed to take any of the drivers who are in their first 3 years of racing. Of those drivers, the pool is Daniel Hemrick, Ryan Preece, Matt Tifft, William Byron, Darrell Wallace Jr., Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Eric Jones, Ty Dillon, and Corey LaJoie. Those are the drivers in their first 3 years that will be running a race today. So we can take one driver from that pool. Dad has the first pick.
Well, this driver has been with 3 teams in 3 years. He's on his 3rd team. He's now with Stewart-Haas. New year, new opportunity. I think Stewart-Haas might be the magic gel, and it looks like he wanted him to. I'm taking Daniel Suarez.
I did want him. Fuck. I'm real high on Daniel Suarez in this Daytona 500 because he looks real good.
I'm high on that kid being with Stewart-Haas.
He looks real good so far.
Man, I like Stewart-Haas. I think might be the magic bullet for that kid.
I hope so. I really like him. And he looked good in the duel. He was taking risks. He was doing the same thing Chase Elliott was and the same thing Denny Hamlin was. And I think he's going to be real good in the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
He'll be a car to watch. With my pick, I'm going to take Darrell Wallace Jr. He finished 2nd last year in the Daytona 500. He started 13th. And he took that inside line pretty good in his duel.
And what kind of car is he driving?
He's driving a Ford for Richard Petty. Yeah, I don't know. I like Darrell Wallace Jr. This will probably be the only time that I take him all year. So, I'm sorry, Darrell Wallace. And this will probably be the only time that I don't take Eric Jones. I love Eric Jones.
Okay, so that's our picks for today.
Yeah, those are our 5 picks. We'll be back after the Daytona 500 to discuss how they went or how bad they went. with that being said, we have another channel called Toxic Male Manifesto, where we like to talk about politics and other manly things. There'll be a link in the description for that. If you like this video, please hit us a like. If you don't like it, you can hit a dislike. Tell us who we forgot to pick. You can tell us who you would have picked. And you can subscribe for more. Hit the little bell notification to be notified when we upload more stuff. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the Daytona 500 on Sunday. Have a great day.
Yep, thanks.